Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the breaker block strategy. So I'm going to explain to you what a breaker block is and how I trade it. Okay, so basically, I want you to have this understanding that people have different perspective of every concept in the market. Okay, we have different approaches to different concepts in the market. So basically, what I'm going to be teaching you about breaker block today is based on my understanding and my method of trading and approaching breaker block. Okay, so just in case you find the things I'm going to say a bit different from what you've been hearing or what you already know about breaker block, okay, because I'm going to teach you the way I know it, the way I trade it, and the way it works for me. That's what I'm going to teach, because I am practical here. I am a practicing trader. I am not a theoretical trader. Okay, so I tell you things based on how they work for me, how I practiced it. Okay, so please, if you get value from this video, smash the like button right away. Smash the like button. And also, if you are new to this channel or you've not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe right away, and also turn on the post notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop any post. Right? And if you have any observation or any comments or any contribution about this, just go to the comment box and paste it immediately. I will be available to respond to them almost immediately. Okay, and also I have a Telegram channel where I share chat setups and trading signals almost every day. All right, so the link to that Telegram is in the description box down below this video. Okay, so click the description box. Click the link in the description box and join my Telegram right away. Okay, you can also follow me on TikTok. There, the link is also here in the description box down below this video. Okay, so let's go straight into the concept of breaker block. So before I begin to talk about breaker block, first of all, you need to understand market structure, okay? Because it is from market structure that you get this breaker block. All right, so when you see price moving in an uptrend, you're going to see breaking the structure highs, right? If you don't understand market structure, by the way, check the video I posted before this one, like my last video I posted. Go check it. There I explained in details and in layman's understanding every damn thing you need to know about market structure. I talked about the basics of market structure. I also talked about the advanced market structure. Alright, so if you don't understand market structure, and even if you understand, there are things you still need to go and know that I said there. There are important, very key facts I said. Like I said earlier, when I'm teaching, I teach from a practical and first-hand experience point of view. Okay, I teach from my personal point of view, from my first-hand experience based on that concept. I don't just teach you what people teach. I teach what I have experienced from that concept. Okay, so what the market has taught me is what I teach you. All right, so go watch that video, market structure. I'm also going to put the link of that video in the description box of this one, so that you'll be able to click it and go and watch it. All right, so I'm not going to be explaining much about market structure again. All right, so basically, when you're talking about market structure, there are two things rather that we have when you're talking about market structure. Number one is break of structure. All right, break of structure, that's when price is breaking structure in the original direction of the price. Okay, let's say this is a bullish market. Of course it is. Okay, price has been trending upwards you are going to see price breaking structure only to the upside. Okay, price is going to be breaking structure only to the upside, okay, for a bullish market. And so we call this a break of structure. Whenever it closes above the high, we call it a break of structure. When it closes above the high again, we call it a break of structure. But whenever price turns and closes below the low, okay, whenever price comes back and breaks and then closes below the low, just as you can see here, then we call it a change of character. Do you understand? Let me take it again. In a typical uptrend, in the typical bullish market, price is expected to be breaking only the highs, just as we have here. Okay, it's not expected to break the low here. So we expect it to break only the highs, but at some point price will definitely come back and take up the lows. Okay, price will come back, close above the lows, just and close below the low, just as we have here. Price comes back here, closes below the low. So if a close above the high of the market structure is called break of structure, then when price closes below it, we are not going to call it a break of structure anymore. We are going to call it a change of character. All right, so we are going to call it a change of character. Understand that? So we have break of structure when it breaks in the direction of the trend, and then we have change of character when it breaks in the opposite direction of the trend. I'm sure that is well understood. Okay, that's well understood. The same thing applies to a downtrend. Okay, when price is trending downwards, yes, in this manner, we expect price to be breaking structure to the downside. Okay, we expect price to keep breaking structure to the downside and not to the up. All right, so it breaks this and we call it break of structure. All right, whenever it breaks it, we call it break of structure. But whenever it turns back and then breaks in the opposite direction, we call it change of character. All right, that is exactly what break of structure and change of character are, and I have explained it the way you should understand it. Okay, and I believe everyone understands it now. So let's go straight now to talk about a breaker block. Now, before I talk about breaker block, you have to understand what an order block is. You have to understand what an order block is before you will really understand what a breaker block is. So, what is an order block? Whenever price breaks a high like this, we say it is called break of structure, right? Now, from this level where it broke the high to this level where it retraced to before reversing. Now from this high to this low and then back to this point where it broke it, we regard it as the structure, right? We regard it as a structure. And usually when that happens, price tends to leave a candle, a bearish candle here. Remember, this is a bullish move. So most of the times, price tends to leave a bearish candle here, which is in the opposite direction. Okay, so other candles will be printing green if you are using green color, showing you a bullish move. Then maybe one will be left here, which is going to be red in color if you are using green and red candle. Okay, so that red candle is the bearish one here, and then that will be the candle to print before breaking the structure. Now when that happens, we say that candle is the order block. Okay, so basically an order block is the last opposite candle before the break of structure. All right, the last opposite candle. Okay, let me do it this way. Okay, so this is just how the price moves. So before it broke this structure with these green candles, it formed this this red candle rather. So this is the last opposite candle before the structure was broken. So this is what we call our order block. All right, so we are basically going to mark it out as our what? Order block. Take your tool like this, mark it out, as your order block. So basically, whenever price returns to this level, this candle, this very candle here, which we call our order block, we are expecting it to reverse and continue going higher. Okay, so that's what happens most of the times in the market. So whenever price returns to this candle, it does what? It reverses and begins to go in the original direction of the trend. So that is our order block. Okay, now does this work every time? The answer is no, it doesn't work every time. There are times price comes with a very high momentum that it will not even respect this order block. Okay, it will not even respect it, just break through it. So that is exactly what we have here. I'm sure you've understood what an order block is. If you've done that, now I'm going to show you what a breaker block is. That's what I'm showing you now, what a breaker block is. So an order block is the last opposite candle before the break of structure. The last opposite candle before the break of structure. That's your order block. Then your breaker block, what is it? Let me show you this. Just stay with me. Let me show you this, guys. I'm using the bullish scenario here to do all these stuff, for example's sake, but they're exactly the same way it works here, the same way it works in the bearish scenario. The only thing you have to do is just to change the direction, just take it in the opposite way. Okay, let's assume this is the last candle, the last opposite candle before the break of structure. Okay, so price comes with a very high momentum. Price comes with a very high pressure, very high momentum, and then breaks through this order block without respecting it. You can see here, even though it broke through it, it first of all respected it small, like went up before coming to break through it. Okay, so this is still another block. It is still an order block, but here it just broke it with high momentum without even any regard to this guard. So this is our order block here. So when that happens, we say that this is a failed order block. Take note of that, guys. We say that this is a failed what? Order block. According to my view, according to my understanding, according to my perspective, we don't call it the breaker block, right? We call it a failed order block. Now, this is the order block. Take note of it. This is the order block. But here the price broke through it without respecting it. It is a failed order block. Okay, it has failed to hold price. Now, what is a breaker block? We have stated that an order block is the last opposite candle before the break of structure. That's an order block. Now, what is a breaker block? Okay, so before that, look at this place I labeled order block, OB. This OB stands for order block. Now you can see that when price came to this order block here, it respected it and went up a little, but did not break this high. They started coming down again. So before that, there was a structure formed here. The structure was formed here. Okay, so let me see. Let me take off these things. So a structure was formed here, right here, all right, and price broke through it. So basically, the The other block will be around here. Most of the times, the other block will be around here. So that's where we expect price to go back to retest it before dropping. Okay, and that was exactly what happened here. So in a situation whereby this other block that was here was not respected at all, just as we have here, it's also respected at all. So we say that the other block has what? Failed. It is a failed other block. Now we've understood what an other block is. So what is a breaker block? Just as I said earlier, this other block here is not what we call our breaker block, but rather our failed other block. Now to get the breaker block, you are going to look for what we call the breaker candle, right? The breaker candle, BC, the breaker candle, plus this is now elimination method that we are going to do here in mathematics. Elimination mathematics of chemical reaction. Have elimination method, chemical reaction. We also have it in mathematics. So we have the breaker block, which is this one, and then we have the other block, which is this one. Other block. Okay. So what we are going to do is that in this breaker candle, we are going to remove this candle. Cancel this candle, so we take breaker. Okay, the candle that broke it, that's what we are looking at. So we have breaker candle. All right, then we come here, we remove this other here, and then we take this B. So we have breaker block, right? So your breaker block is a combination of the other block and the candle that broke through the other block. Do you understand that? The candle that broke through this other block is what we call breaker candle, right? And then this other block that was broken, this level that was broken, is what we call our other block. So when you take the block and then the breaker, you have breaker block. Is that clear? So your breaker block is a combination of your other block that failed and the candle that broke through, the candle that made it to fail. There could be two, sometimes more than one, maybe two, sometimes F3. So if it's 3, you are taking 3 of them. So it becomes your breaker block, the other block that failed, and those candles that made it fail. A combination of both of them gives you your what? Your breaker block. I believe that is clear enough. I have explained it well enough. So basically, the breaker candles will be somewhere here, right? Sometimes they will even be larger than the other block itself. So you start marking from the bottom here of the other block. So you are not doing anything with this part of the candle. Then you mark the high here of the breaker candle. So that space becomes your breaker block. Alright? So this is your entry here, and then this is your stop loss here. Very simple. Very simple. So I am going to go to the chart and show you this thing, what it looks like when it's printed on the chart. So whenever you see it, you know that this is a breaker block and you should make money out of it. Okay, so follow me to the chart. Let's go there. Okay, meanwhile, if you're enjoying this video, if you're understanding, if you're flowing with me, let me hear you drop a nice comment in the comment box. Let me hear you tell me that you are a confluence trader. Okay, that has been our affirmation. Say, I am a confluence trader and I trade my confluence. Okay, so type it repeatedly in the comment box. Let me know that you are following. Now let's go to the chart, guys. Okay, so we are on the chart right now, guys. We are on the chart right now on this US30 Wall Street. So I want to see what a breaker block is going to look like on this place. Okay, so basically price is playing out. You meet price like this playing out, and you want to mark out the highs and the lows as we have done here. Okay, we've marked out the highs and the lows here. So okay, let me do this. Good. So you can see here basically our highs and lows here have been violated. Okay, you can see it here. This low has been violated, giving us a new low. So we have a new low at this point. Okay, we have a new low at this point, and then a new high. But before then, just observe this. Observe this, guys. Observe this. This was the previous high here, and this one, okay, sorry, this was the previous low rather, and then this was the previous high, basically. So when price took out this low here, everybody will expect that this other block, this last opposite candle here, will work, like it will hold. That when price gets there, it will reverse and continue going down, right? Basically that's what okay, let me just step this back a little. Let's see. Good. Now look at this. Price has broken structure to the downside. Okay, and now a typical other block trader, we want to mark out this candle here. You want to mark it out as your other block. Okay, so you are waiting for price to come back to this candle. Basically what happens is that price will go back to the candle here, and then it will reverse. Okay, this is basically what happens normally, but in this case, let's see what happens. Okay, you see that price broke through it. So basically this other block didn't hold, so it is now a failed other block, and price has made another high. Okay, so at this point we want to now start seeing this failed other block and this candle that broke through it. We want to start seeing them as what we call breaker block. Do you understand? So what we are going to do is that we are going to mark the high of this candle here, of this other block. We're going to mark it, and then the low of this breaker candle. Okay, now we are going to mark the low of this breaker candle. Do you see it? Good. So in between the high of this other block and the low of this breaker candle becomes our breaker block. All right, this is so because this is a bullish breaker block. This is a bullish scenario, so that's why we are marking the high of the other block and then the low of the breaker candle. Okay, so basically the high of this other block is our entry, and then the low of this breaker candle is our exit, like our stop loss, right? So we are going to take I'm going to take our two here, place them here, then this is our other block, so our stop loss rather, and then let's go for 1:2 risk reward ratio. This is 1:2. Do you understand it? This is 1:2 risk reward ratio. So let's see how price is going to react when it comes here, whether it will follow our analysis. Okay, so this is it. Price is coming back gradually. Okay, price dips into our breaker block. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, let's see what happens. And boom, we hit take profit. You can see that, guys, we hit take profit very easily, very simple. I'm sure you understand this. This is very simple. We have hit our take profit using this very simple strategy. Okay, so this is the bullish scenario. Let me now show you the bearish scenario. Okay, let me now look for a bearish scenario and show you. Okay, so we have a bearish scenario here, guys. We have got a bearish scenario here. Look at this. I want to look at this. Understand this, guys. So we have this where price came and took out this high. Okay, so price took out this high here, as you can see. Price has taken it out, which is a break of structure, and we expect it to be respected. Like we expect price to continue in the upside. It should continue in the bullish direction, but at this moment price has returned to the structure. So let's see how it goes. Okay, and looking at this red candle here, we have it as our other block, but let's see. So we want to see if price will respect it. Okay, so at this point we see that price isn't respecting it. Okay, good. Now look at it. At this point price didn't respect this guy here. This is our other block. This is supposed to be our other block, but price did not respect it. I'm talking about this very candle here. This guy, that's supposed to be our other block, but you can see that price did not respect it. Okay, so what are you going to do? You're going to bring this. You want to mark this candle. You want to mark the highs and the lows of that candle, the high and the low of that candle. Okay, so we have marked the high and the low of this candle. Now we want to look at the candles that broke through it, and as you can see, these candles broke through it. This one here, this guy here, yeah, this was the one that made the first entry. Okay, so this candle, this other guy here, this guy, and then this other guy. So this time around we had 3 candles, right? We had 3 candles. We have, this is the high of the other block, and then this is the low thereof. So these were the candles that entered into it. So since this is a bearish order block, so what we are going to do, we will mark the low, right? From here we mark the low, and then the next thing we are going to do is that we are going to look for the high. We are going to go for the high of the last candle that entered into it, okay, which is this one. This here, okay, so the gap in between them will be our breaker block. That's where we expect price to reverse from. Okay, I want to show you this. Follow me as I move so you understand this. Okay, so this is it. So let's play this and see how price reacts to it. Basically, most of the time you can decide to go with your pre-order. Like you can set a limit, a sell limit here. Let's do it. Okay, so this is our entry, which is the low of the other block, and then our price will be above this candle here, just like that. Then let's go for 1:2. Let's just target 1:2. Okay, this is 1:2. This is our ratio. So guys, this is a very simple setup. So let us play this and see. Let's see how price reacts to it. Okay, so price just dipped into the breaker block, and then boom, TP smashed very easily, guys. Very simple. Very simple. So at this point, price got into our price activated our sell trade, and then hit our take profit very easily. This is how this stuff works, guys. Like, it's not a rocket science, it's very simple. Okay, the breaker block strategy is a very simple one. So apply this in your trading, or make sure you watch this video again and again until you understand it very well. Apply it in your trading and you are sure to begin to make consistent profits on the long run. Okay, so thank you for watching. Please, if you have got value from this video, please subscribe to this channel and also smash the like button and turn on the post notification bell. Check the description box, so you're going to see a link to my Telegram channel. There you can trade my signals, you can trade my setups free of charge. You can also apply to me for mentorship there, and also my TikTok link is also there in the description box. You can also follow me there and receive daily tutorials and updates there. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Bye.